Millions of players dive into ranked play in League of Legends every year, hoping to improve their skills, reach a high rank, and challenge themselves against others. For many, it's a test of endurance, skill, and strategy, constantly battling through the ranks with the goal of reaching the coveted higher tiers. However, the road to progression in ranked isn't an easy one. It's a journey filled with frustration, setbacks, and challenges that can test both your patience and your mentality. But the question remains, why do we keep pushing forward? Is there really an end goal to this climb, or it is all just an endless loop of ranking up and falling back down? In this video, I want to explore this topic and reflect on my own experience to give you some insight into the grind. Many players are in the same position, whether they are striving to hit that next rank or simply looking for better competition. As someone who has spent countless hours in ranked, I have seen firsthand how people approach the climb, and I have also seen the struggles that comes with it. But there's something I have learned along the way that I think could help you understand the process better. For context, when I started, I was frustrated with the quality of players I have played with in my ranked games. I was tired of constantly facing off against players who didn't seem to understand basic gameplay principles, so I decided to put in the effort and grind my way up. Months of improvements, intense practice, and focus later, I finally reached gold after being a silver player for months. But after all that time, effort, and sacrifice, I realized something: nothing had truly changed. I wasn't facing better players, and the frustrating moments that made me want to climb in the first place were still very much present. Whether you are stuck in low world or climbing through the ranks to master, the game doesn't always reward you with the kind of experience you're expecting. This is a pattern that I have noticed after having played through the ranks, from silver all the way to masters. And trust me, I'm not saying that climbing the ranks doesn't require skill, because it does. But the reality is that no matter where you are, you will always encounter setbacks and frustrating teammates. The higher you climb, the more you expect others to avoid the basic mistakes, but doesn't always happen. Even at the higher ranks, you will still experience games where someone makes a critical mistake, throws a match, or gives up. It's the same situation no matter your rank, whether you're facing silver level mistakes or the kind of mistakes you would expect in master. So what does this all mean? Simply put, the grind can be incredibly exhausting. The frustration doesn't magically disappear. Even if you reach a high rank, you will never fully escape the unpredictability of your teammates, the random throws, or the unlucky losses that feels impossible to recover from. If you think that climbing the ranks will give you the chance to escape the chaos and play with better players, you might be in for a disappointment. Sure, your game knowledge may improve and you may get better at certain aspects of the game, but in the end, it's still the same League of Legends, full of ups and downs, great plays, and unfortunate throws. No matter if you are in silver or master, you're still playing in a system where anything can happen. Even in the highest ranks, you will encounter moments of complete chaos, bad calls, and players who throw games for whatever reason. And that brings me to an interesting point about improvement. Many players are on the grind not just to climb, but to get better at the game itself. They want to be the best version of themselves within the game, perfecting their mechanics, their decision making, and their overall game sense. The problem with this mindset though is that it can be incredibly hard to achieve without developing a solid mental game. I know that for me, when I was grinding through the ranks and achieving new heights, the excitement would only last for a brief moment. Once I reached a new rank, I would celebrate, but then the pressure would hit. Suddenly, I didn't want to fall back down. I didn't want to lose the progress I had made. What if I was just lucky? What if I can climb back if I demote? The answer is nothing happens if you did it once. You can do it next time as well. It's easy to get caught up in this cycle, especially when you are part of a community where climbing ranks becomes a topic of constant discussion. You start measuring your success against your friends and the players around you. This can create a sense of competition, which isn't always healthy and can lead to a lot of frustration. I have been there, feeling the weight of trying to push myself further and further up the ladder. But after a while, I realized that this pursuit of rank was not going to make me happier. Sure, the higher I climbed, the more recognition I received, but eventually, even that became fleeting. Reaching master rank, for example, felt incredible at first. I would get congratulated by my friends, but after a while that feeling fades and I start to hear people say, "Oh, you're in masters. Not a big deal. You can get there easily." Even though it was just a minority of players saying that, the comments started to stick. It became clear that no matter how high I climbed, the satisfaction was short-lived. It's part of the reason why the climb is so draining. It feels like you're always chasing something just out of reach. No matter how high you go, there's always always more to achieve and it can become mentally exhausting. That's when I began to realize the truth. The grind is essentially endless. Even if you manage to reach your goal, the road doesn't end. You just find yourself chasing after the next achievement, the next rank, or the next burst of recognition. It's a cycle that you can't break unless you change your mentality. So why do I keep playing? The answer is simple: because I enjoy the game. I took breaks from the game throughout the years, but here I am, still playing and making educational content to help you guys improve. But League of Legends isn't just about the grind, it's about the moments you experience while playing. The satisfaction of a well-executed teamfight, the thrill of winning a 1v2, the joy of getting your first ever pentakill in a ranked game, or even the sweet feeling of finally beating that toxic player who has been trash-talking you all game. These moments are what make the game so addictive. The reason why so many players come back even after tough losses is because the game offers rewards that go beyond just the rank. Sure, climbing the ladder can feel good, but it's the gameplay itself, the victories, the strategies, and the teamwork that keeps you coming back. But here's the catch: you have to love the game for what it is, not just for what you can gain from it. You play only for the climb, you will eventually burn out. It's easy to get stuck in a loop where you are just grinding for LP, chasing the next rank and letting the frustration take over. But when you learn to love the game, not just the grind, you start to see it in a new light. That's when it becomes truly rewarding, and that's when you can look back at your journey, feel proud of what you have accomplished, whether you end up in Masters or beyond. I have seen it happen with friends of mine too. Some have grinded for years only to hit a wall and realize that the grind is not worth it anymore. One friend of mine spent 3 years trying to get out of silver, watching videos, coaching and putting in the time, but it never clicked for him. Eventually he stepped away and found other things that brought him more joy. He is still playing League time to time, but only to have fun, and he avoids rank. Another friend hits Diamond and felt the same. It was a great achievement, but it wasn't the fulfillment he thought it would be. He realized the journey itself was more important than the destination. At the end of the day, if you're passionate enough about the game, you can achieve whatever you want. The climb is long, but it's doable. But the real question is, can you look back at this journey and say it was worth it? Only you can answer that. Leave it down in the comments below. So, whether you're still grinding or considering whether to take a break, just remember, it's a game. And sometimes stepping away to focus on other things might just be the best decision for you. I hope this video gives you some perspective on the ranked grind. If you are interested in hearing more about progress in League or other related topics, feel free to subscribe and join my Discord server. But don't forget to check out my other videos made for jungle mains who are looking to improve and achieve their dreams. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in my next video.